How's it going, everyone? This is ND Sean 45 coming at you. Man, it has been a long time since we last heard those words said on this channel. I know this channel's been pretty much a ghost town for the past couple months, but what can I tell you? Um, Now, originally, I was not going to do this video because I think this whole topic, ever since it came out, has been nothing but clickbait. And some people trying to stir up controversy, as we're all familiar with in this day and age. But I changed my mind and I decided to do this video because, well, to put it bluntly, karma's a bitch, and I'll get to that in just a second. Now, of course, we all know that survey came out last week about Notre Dame's Leprechaun being the fourth most offensive mascot in all of college sports. That survey also had some other ones on there that I find absolutely ridiculous. The Florida State Seminole and Renegade were number one. The West Virginia Mountaineer was on there. Pistol Pete was on there. I mean, it's just so ridiculous, just absurd. This was all put out by some logo company here in the state of Illinois. I'd never heard of them. But I just happened to see this article from the Federalist earlier today, and I wanted to read this to you guys because this is where the karma comes into play. Let's see. Quality Logo Products. Again, never heard of this place. An Illinois-based logo printing company garnered national attention this week when it unveiled a survey titled The Most Offensive College Mascots in America. But the survey quietly disappeared. That's where the karma is. From the company's website after a flood of criticism. The poll results were previously available at this link that they have listed on here. In addition to an offensive mascot section, Quality Logo Products asked respondents to note the sexiest, unsexiest, best and worst mascots, and creepiest mascots. Now, this next part that I'm about to read to you guys is what I was hoping to find from when this survey first came out. Well, I got my answers here. 1,266 people from ages 18 to 79 were polled, according to the company's website. Most participants hailed from the South, 474. 55.4% were male, 43.6% female, and 1% non-binary. Almost 11% were bisexual, 2.8% were gay or lesbian, and 1.1% preferred not to say. 128 mascots were referenced, all from NCAA Division I football teams. Are you kidding me? That right there, those statistics just prove how much of a joke this survey actually was. 1% non-binary, and then almost 3% were from the homosexual community. Give me a break. Really? No, talk about biased opinions. But the bottom line is this: regardless of the statistics, you mean to tell me that 1,266 people are going to tell the rest of us what's offensive and what's not? Bullshit. What a joke. But anyway, back to the article. The poll results indicated participants from mascots from Florida State, San Diego State, the University of Hawaii at Manoa, Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, West Virginia, Nevada, Las Vegas, Arizona State, New Mexico, and University of Virginia to be offensive. Notre Dame, which has a leprechaun mascot, swiftly fired back at Quality Logo. Our symbols stand as a celebratory. Well, you guys all read the article on that. But yeah, it was a heritage that we regard with respect, loyalty, and affection. But yeah, in both the upraised fist of the leprechaun mascot and the use of the word fighting, the intent is to recognize the determination of the Irish people and symbolically the university's athletes, that we began using the nickname in 1927. Notre Dame was also defended by the oldest and largest Catholic group in America, the Ancient Order of Hibernians. The group based in New Jersey claimed it was in disbelief that Quality Logo was engaged in a media manufactured controversy. Arizona State fans did not take too kindly to their mascot, Sparky the Sun Devil, being lambasted either. AZ Central Sports, a state media outlet, decided to do a poll of its own. It asked 1,807 people if they find the school mascot offensive, and 86.5% of respondents said not at all. The Aurora, Illinois company's offensive survey was clearly absurd. In today's society, where some are head over heels about the notion of cultural appropriation, uncontroversial mascots around for decades are deemed racist or offensive at the drop of a hat. Mascot canceling has ramped up in recent years, such as the cases of the Washington Redskins and Cleveland Indians. It's all petty and hypersensitive and reflective of an alien country trying to appease the woke cult. Each mascot change represents a rupture in our public memory. Wilfred M. McClay, a professor at History of Hillsdale College and a visiting scholar in American Studies at the Heritage Foundation, told the Federalist. It's all very sad. It gets worse. By Wednesday evening, Quality Logo's website was revised, their survey was removed. At the top of the blog post now reads a vague disclaimer that does not verbatim announce the removal of the offensive mascots poll, in addition to the creepiest poll. In response to recent feedback, Quality Logo Products has amended this post. The added note reads, should you have any additional comments or concerns, please contact us at their link that they have posted. The Federalist emailed Quality Logo to understand why no statement was officially released at the time of the survey deletion and whether the company deems the decision unethical. Quality Logo did not immediately respond to a request for comment, and several individuals did not answer their direct phone lines. Those that did not answer include all three owners in the four-person marketing team. A member of customer service said he was not even aware of the blog post or how the Federalist could get in touch with leadership. Robert C. Callahay, chief pollster and founder of the Trafalgar Group, I think that's how you pronounce it, told the Federalist he finds the poll questionable. Where did they find 1,200 people who had the time to read through 120 mascots? Cahaley said. Who the hell does that? Was it online? I'd like to know how it was conducted. More information. Regardless of people's thoughts on the survey, its results, and why it was conducted, we all should be on the same page here. Releasing controversial poll results, then nixing them, calls into question the validity of the survey. Yet it's not particularly surprising for an organization that specializes in logo printing, not polling, and has not clarified which third party assisted with the survey in the first place. For all we know, the original poll could have been an unreliable internet survey that the company did not know would provoke such a response. Sadly, efforts to claim mascots are offensive tend to rely on similarly unreliable information and claims. End of the article. So thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one who gets this. And that's where that karma is a complete bitch. The backlash they got, and rightfully so. I mean, this stuff is getting ridiculous with this cancel culture and removing mascots, people. It's absurd. I mean, it was bad enough when they did this to the Washington Redskins, and now the Cleveland Indians becoming the Cleveland Guardians. That's even bigger of a joke. I mean, shit. The Kansas City Chiefs can't even have their horse now. But that is the fucked up part of our society today, where the inmates in the insane asylum demand something, automatically they get it. And what's really sad though is in this current generation, you have all these high school and college kids. Basically, what it is fake outrage. But all this current generation wants to do is try to be cool and hip and call themselves freedom fighters, social justice warriors, whatever you want to call it. It's just a trend. If you think these people are actually offended by this, then you're foolish. Because with the whole Washington Redskins thing, yes, there has always been some sort of protest with that. I'm going to take my glasses off here because that glare is killing me. There's always been a small form of protest to that, but not nearly as big as it's gotten now. Never got that much attention. But the people that are all of a sudden offended by these names, they didn't care. Basically, they didn't care yesterday. Why do they care now? And plus, there's nothing even offensive with those names if they actually were to do their research on where those names originated from. But yeah, that's the bottom line, people, is that it's fake outrage. These people that claim they're so offended by it, these woke BLM cancel culture type people, they don't really care. Because they're only about one thing: control, and trying to dictate things for the rest of us. But And for what reason did all this happen? Because some idiot thugs decided to fight with police and get themselves killed. So because that happens, because, you know, we all, well, I shouldn't say we all, but a bunch of idiots decide to make a thug criminal a hero. Oh, we got to cancel things. We got to call this offensive, call that offensive, get rid of it. Makes no sense. No rhyme or reason. But we know that's why it's happening. All these idiots who have fought with cops, they get themselves killed because they did something stupid. They fought with them, and now we got to cancel stuff. And I'll say one other thing too. Not just those kind of people, but people like Max Kellerman from ESPN. I remember I actually did a video about this when it first happened, but he went on the, I think it was a Sports Center or some show years ago on ESPN, well, back in 2018. And he's all of a sudden like, oh, we got to cancel the Notre Dame Leprechaun. We got to get rid of the Fighting Irish, get rid of that Leprechaun because it's a mockery to Irish people. No, it's not a mockery. It represents that fighting spirit of the Irish people. Myself being of Irish heritage, my buddy Shamrock Jerry, who is a native Irishman, another friend of ours who is a native Irishman who watches. Do you really think that the native Irish people would have allowed Notre Dame to play 2 games over there? Should have been 3 last season if COVID didn't hit. Do you really think they would let us play over there if they found the name offensive? No, I don't think so. I was over there for the 2012 game, and the people over there, they loved it. They loved the name. They loved the mascot. It was great. So I think Max Kellerman, like the owners of this company, they're just trying to stir up controversy. They're just trying to get attention. Basically, they're trolls. Because that's what trolls do. Only these guys, they don't do it behind a fake screen name. They actually do it openly. But that's what being a troll is making shocking statements. And again, they're just trying to get attention. They're just trying to be what they think is a freedom fighter or a hero, speaking for the little guy, and they're not. They're just making fools of themselves. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this video, people. The stupidity and the foolishness in our society today of what people think is offensive. It's so fucked up. But yet, the stuff that they allow on TV, singing about sex in front of little kids and stuff, like what's her name? Cardi B, I think her name is. They're fine with stuff like that. That's not offensive. But a guy dressed up as a leprechaun representing the spirit of the fighting Irish people is offensive. Give me a break. But I could go on forever, but I just wanted to talk specifically about this. All I can say is these guys from up in I think it was Aurora. One article said Naperville, but it's suburbs nonetheless. Chicago suburbs nonetheless. They felt the heat, and they just accomplished nothing but making themselves look stupid. Typical woke BLM cancel culture libtards. That's it. So on that note, good night. God bless. Go Irish.